Hey everybody, this is Steve from Average Joe's Fantasy Football, and we've got another start and sit video for you guys. This will be now for the Week 6 wide receiver position. Again, this is going to be based off of PPR and half PPR. If you are in a standard league, there might be some adjustments there. And of course, feel free to ask us in the comments. Maybe there's certain receivers that you want to start over another, again, in a standard league. Now, before we begin, I want to make sure you guys are aware there are 4 teams on a bye right now. For Week 6, you've got the Falcons, the 49ers, the Saints, and the Jets. All right? So there are obviously a few receivers in there that you might have to bench, obviously, and then you've got to fill in. So that's what hopefully this video is going to help you out. Now, these are your obvious starts. Again, I'm not going to make this overly complicated. These are guys that have either good matchups or no matter what matchup, they get the target share. So for me, make sure these guys are in your lineups without question. Again, I think this is going to be some good options for you guys. All right? Now, let's get to the starts. Now, the first guy I have as a good start is going to be Emmanuel Sanders. Now, I know a lot of people are talking about trading Emmanuel Sanders high, and I totally understand why. He is the second receiver on a really powerful offense. He is seeing a lot of action his way, but I think a lot of that has to do with the fact that a lot of the best corners, obviously at every team, is going to be targeting Stefon Diggs. Now, Stefon Diggs will have his time, and he will shine. But this week, I believe in Emmanuel Sanders. I think you can actually start both receivers. I think Diggs and Sanders can do really well. They're going against the Titans, who are allowing 224 yards to the receiver, which is 32nd in the NFL. They're also allowing 47.4 points to the receiver position, which is also 32nd in the NFL. This is a really good start for both receivers. I like Emmanuel Sanders a lot. Now, the next guy I have as a good start is going to be Chase Claypool. Again, I think both receivers can do really well. I think Deontay Johnson's going to be a good start. And I also think Claypool is going to be a good start. All right. I like him. He's got a good matchup. Right now, the team they're going against, unfortunately, is not doing a really good job. They're allowing 212 yards to the receiver position, which is 31st in the NFL. They're also allowing 43.2 points to the receiver, which is 27th in the NFL. So a really good matchup again. I think both Chase and Deontay can do a really good job against the secondary. Last guy I have as a good start is Jacoby Myers. Now, Jacoby Myers have a good start is because the Cowboys, unfortunately, are still struggling defensively. All right. As far as the pass goes, they're 5th against the run, but they're 30th against the pass. 211 yards allowed to the receiver. They're also allowing 43 points to the receiver position, which is 26th in the NFL. So I like Jacoby Myers a lot. You saw what Tony did against the Cowboys, and that was with Mike Glennon back there. I know that Mac Jones is a little bit better than Mike Glennon. So I like Jacoby Myers. I think he's going to have a really strong PPR. I don't know if he's going to have 100 yards per se, but I do see him getting 7 to 9 catches in this game, which will help him a lot. Now, as far as sits go, the first guy I have as a sit, unfortunately, is going to be A.J. Brown. I know a lot of people are still believing in him, and I totally understand. He's got a really good, I would say, playoff schedule towards the end of the season. So I know a lot of people are trying to buy him low. But A.J. Brown's going against the Bills. The Bills are first against the receiver at 111 yards allowed. They're also only allowing 25.8 points to the receiver position, which is first in the NFL. The Bills have had 2 shutouts this season. They're absolutely crushing it. They are the best team right now, and I think this is not a good matchup for A.J. Brown or really any of those Titans players except for maybe Derrick Henry. All right. Now, another good sit, and I know a lot of people are going to give me crap for this, is I have Mike Evans as a good sit. Mike Evans is going against, obviously, the Eagles. The Eagles are allowing 121 yards, which is 3rd in the NFL. They're also only allowing 29.7 points, which is 6th in the NFL. Now, the reason why I have Mike Evans chosen instead of, say, Godwin or Antonio Brown is the fact that Evans will probably match up with Darius Slay. And if you know anything about Darius Slay, he likes to play a lot of man-on-man. And with that man coverage, he's only allowed, just so you're aware, no more than 21 yards to top-tier receivers. All right? He held a lot of good receivers, like Amari Cooper, for example. He held them pretty well. I think he only had 19 yards allowed. So, again, Darius Slay is going to cover the number 1 guy. Mike Evans is their number 1 guy, so I don't like Mike Evans. Last guy have as a sit is going to be Adam Thielen. Adam Thielen, look, the Panthers are a tough defense, even with how their performance has been of late. They're only allowing 128 yards to the receiver, which is 5th in the NFL. They're also only allowing 29.1 points, which is 5th in the NFL. Thielen's kind of the one that's been suffering. I think a lot of the targets are still going to Justin Jefferson. You've got Osborne on the outside as well. You still have, obviously Cook coming back. Madison's, kind of mixed in the fold. Thielen's kind of the guy left out, unfortunately. So I like Jefferson. I don't like Thielen. So make sure you sit him this week. Now, as far as some sleepers go, look, again, just based off matchup, I have Devonta Smith. Smith's going against the Bucs. The Bucs are allowing 204 yards to the wide receiver, which is 27th in the NFL. They're also allowing 46.4 points to the receiver, which is 31st in the NFL. So yeah, they may not be allowing as many yards as obviously the last team, the Titans, for example, but they're allowing a lot of points happening. And this is a good Thursday night game as far as the pass game goes. Again, I didn't like Emmanuel Sanders, but I do like Devonta Smith. So make sure you start him as a good sleeper. He's a really good flex this week. Last guy is Brandon Cooks. Brandon Cooks going against the Colts. Colts are allowing 173 yards to the receiver, which is 17th in the NFL. They're also allowing 41.1 points, which is 25th in the NFL. So this is a game I think Brandon Cooks does turn it around. I think he's got a good matchup. You saw what Marquise Brown did against the Colts. That offense just was crushing. Baltimore was going down the field. It was one of the best games Lamar Jackson's ever played as a quarterback. And I like Brandon Cooks as a good sleeper. So those are your start and sits for week 6. Hopefully this has helped you guys out. Hope this kind of gets some clarity as far as some players you may be higher than fringe, or maybe sure to start on the flex spot, or maybe wide receiver 2. Again, those bye weeks are here, so sometimes some of these guys are some good fill and really help you out with that. If you guys do have questions, make sure you feel free to hit us up in the comments down below. If you have questions, again, about waivers or trades, or, again, maybe who you should start or sit. It could be any position you've got, not just receiver like this. Also, you can hit us up in our DMs. We're on Twitter and Instagram. Make sure to follow us there as well. We'll give you some personal, answers right then and there. Also, if you did enjoy the video and it was helpful, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you hit that notification bell as well. That way you guys are notified every time we drop a video just like this, and for the future for you guys. We greatly appreciate it. We're getting closer and closer to that 200 subscriber mark, and of course, and beyond, right? Make sure you hit that like button. It is greatly appreciated. It shows the love and support back to us. We appreciate that, guys, so much. I'll be dropping that tight end start and sit position next. Make sure you stay tuned. Make sure that notification bell is on, and I'll check you next time.